your Business Morning, and we're live to you bright and early from Nigeria's financial epicenter. That's Lagos, the home of Channels Television. Good morning, everyone. I am Bosun Omofaye. Let's see what the next 1 hour looks together. We have quite a bit of a mixed portfolio of business information and discussion for you. From here, you want to sit back and ride this one out with us. And we're starting off the show looking at the Nigeria's energy sector. We have quite a lot to chew on that within the first 30 minutes of the programming. Petrol refineries are springing up no longer in Nigeria's oil-rich Niger Delta, but around Nigeria's southwest. This is the latest in the addition. An indigenous oil firm, Petrolex Oil and Gas, is a limited liability company, says it's planning $3.6 billion new 250,000 barrels per day facility in Ogun State. Now, that's very interesting. Of course, you know, Ogun State is also been looking at oil for some time, has been planning in the past to have a petroleum research or training institute with some Chinese. That was a couple of years ago. Now, Ogun State is most likely going to be the home to the next petrol refinery, independent of the government. The company by the name Petrolex says it already has petrol tank farms, and it's already conducted what you call a front-end engineering design for the $3.6 billion refinery that will be situated in Ogun State. The company also says it's eyeing a listing of the company on the Nigerian Stock Exchange within the next 10 years. That will be coming through by the year 2027. That's what the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company told Bloomberg News in an interview. This now online, and you can grab that. So while that is going on, Petrolex Dangote is going on with his Lekki refinery. That's the largest in Nigeria, and that is the big brother. 650,000 barrels per day is the capacity that Dangote Group is looking to put in Lekki, Lagos backwater. And that facility, currently under construction, is expected to come on stream in the year 2019. We have just about 2 years or so to see the Dangote Lekki refinery up and running. That project, including the petrochemical facility there, including a fertilizer company, is expected to cost about between 9 and 10 billion US dollars. That's a game changer. And then if you remember, a few months ago, there was this from Eco Petrochemical and Refining Company. That's the name of this company. That also says it's working on a refinery, also to be situated in Lagos. I guess that would be around Badagry, and that was what the news back then. $250 million is what that petrochemical facility would cost. That is also being projected to handle 20,000 barrels per day. So if you do a very simple math between Dangote Lekki Refinery, the Eco Petrochemical and Refining Company, 20,000, and the new Petrolex Oil and Gas, 250,000, we're coming to something around 920,000 barrels per day, roughly. 1 million barrels of oil per day between the three refineries. If the three of them do come on stream, that will seriously address some of Nigeria's appetite for imported petrol products. And these three refineries will be situated in Nigeria's southwest, north the Niger Delta. Okay, so we're still with the petrol scarcity. The Buhari's cabinet yesterday reportedly gave the Honorable Minister in charge of Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ebe Kachiku, to end a marching order to end the current shortage of petrol products by this weekend. And the weekend starts in the next 24 hours from now. The government says they is uncomfortable with the latest round of petrol products, and the Deputy Minister of Oil should go ahead and sort it out very quickly. Media reports this morning some oil vessels are currently discharging products to major marketers, including to like Owendo, Total, and MRS. That's all I ask about the oil market and what's going on with that. Let's step into the power sector. The Nigerian government, of course, now the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, and others working with the World Bank, says they've agreed on a framework that is necessary for the World Bank to present Nigeria's $1 billion Power Sector Recovery Program intervention loan to the Executive Board of the World Bank in Washington. For approval, Nigeria is looking to secure $1 billion, specifically targeting the power sector as an intervention money to help bring that electricity market fully on track and ensure that there is balancing between cost-reflective and cost-effective tariff for Nigerians. That is what the Nigerian government has been working on. Now, the World Bank says they've reached some very good agreement. Nigeria has some work to do. Then the World Bank, a team in Nigeria, will present Nigeria's request for that $1 billion to the Executive Board in Washington. This money is not likely to come in 2017, so just sit back, folks, and let's deal with the current situation. Meantime, still on electrification, the agency called Rural Electrification Agency, the REA, says it's ready to provide 75% of total cost of selected rural power projects under its Rural Electrification Fund. So the REA has a fund, and they said they're ready to support some selected rural power projects up to 75%. They're looking to ramp up 30,000 megawatts power generation target by the year 2030. That's on the government side. From the corporate side, Nigeria's listed integrated energy trader, Forte Oil, yesterday unveils a new solar energy initiative for mid-income Nigerians. The new initiative by Forte Oil, which of course is the owner of one of the Geregu power plants in his portfolio, says they're looking to diversify into the Nigeria's emerging sustainable energy market. And in our news box this morning, the Dr. Kayode Fayemi's Ministry of Solid Minerals, what they call the Mining Ministry, has told the Boa Group to desist from illegal operations at one of the operational sites, number 2534 ML.